YouTube, before this edit starts, I wanted to get a little FaceTime with you. So thanks for rolling through the off season with us. We're doing our best to create, content you guys want to watch. So feedback in the comments helps. With that being said, exciting things coming. Our Golan engine returns. So we'll show you guys putting that in and how we started up, dyno, tune, corner balance the car with the new FTF and the BC Racing shocks. So basically, there's race content coming. In the meantime, the video you just clicked on, take a tour through Deatschwerks. This one is super raw and real, so enjoy kind of feeling like you're right there with us. That turns into table talk where we get really technical. So there's a whole separate video if you want to sit through that whole lesson. So yeah, enjoy the video. Wanted to talk to you guys for just 2 seconds. Here we go. All right, YouTube, what's up, guys? In this episode, you guys are gonna get introduced to Deatschwerks. So for us, this was a cool moment for me last year. For the new viewers, basically I had an issue with my car and I was able to create a video on social media asking everybody what is the best injector company? Second thing, Injectors. Basically, I need to reach out to an injector company and I need you to tag them below. Who should I reach out to? Who's the best injector company possible? I need new injectors and I want to create a cool partnership there. Then from there, the first people that called were Deatschwerks. So these dudes literally rang me up, brought parts down to Texas. So today we're here in Oklahoma and we're gonna tour their facility. So guys, what's up? This is Krista. Krista takes care of our entire team and our program.
Yeah.
So we're excited to say hello to you. It's the first time I've met you.
Yes.
And then we have our boy Cole in the house
Cole
as well.
Reynolds is here, yeah.
We've printed for Cole on a few projects, so familiar face.
Cole works with us on the marketing front as well as also sponsored driver and content creator. So
Proud.
we're super excited to have both of you in the house today.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Excellent.
Cool. So we'll take a little tour.
Yeah, we'll take a little tour. So this building was built in 1945. We bought it about 6 years ago, and David Deitsch kind of headed up the remodel here. It's very much a Scandinavian theme. So you'll notice very clean white lines. They knocked out every single interior wall in the building except for these 4 walls around the safe.
What?
So
That's cool.
the safe is now just where we store shirts and Christmas presents that nobody wanted.
The Christmas tree.
Some old booze.
Awesome.
And so everything was redone, reconstructed here from the ground up. So we're very proud of our facility. It's a 36,000 square feet facility. We house all of the in-manufacturing here. All the quality assurance and control testing is done here. Every bit of the product design and development is done here. So we have 2 different technical places that I'll kind of introduce you to. One where they are doing the SolidWorks drawings and things like that.
Right.
And then another place where they do all the QC and keep all of the library of reference products.
Nice.
I'll take you through and show you production too,
Absolutely.
where they're doing all the testing. So
Absolutely.
nothing leaves this building without going through some sort of arduous test and control,
Rad.
which is really cool.
That's rad.
Yeah, so it'll hold 4 pumps.
What?
Yeah, it'll hold 4 DW400 pumps, which is sweet.
That's what we run, DW400.
Yes.
Look how
And then you would do a
Come
lift pump
on.
with it that was a DW400.
Wow. When did these come out?
These come out next month or the month after.
And all of this is cool to put on.
Yeah,
Awesome.
absolutely.
Y'all seeing this?
Everything is, fair game here.
Sick.
Beautiful.
Sick.
Yeah, I want to make sure.
Yeah, that's
So,
rad. We gotta get some.
These
of
are
those.
all the new products that I'm working on right now. So I've got Hemi module that's going out. It's got a DW400 that comes with it. You've got, I think this guy is for the GT86. It's coming out.
Okay.
Austin.
Then we got the fuel cell surge tank. And we've got actual surge tanks, and I have inserts to put in-tank pumps in them. We normally, they're designed for line pumps, the 250 and the 350 IL. Well, everybody wants to go with a DW400, DW200, so we
Exactly.
made some adapters. And
Got you.
that's what these are out. We're going to start doing those.
Quality,
We're
man.
continually
Quality.
releasing
this is
things.
the answer to one of my questions.
Yes, it is. What's great is they figured out how to stage them too.
Yeah.
So that's what's really
so
nice.
Right. Where we're like hose clamping them right now. And
Yeah.
like,
Yeah, you won't have to do that.
Yeah.
Do this.
Yeah, we have like some sketchy like hose clamps that are just like pressing up against like a post.
Yes.
Yeah.
That can be problematic in a number of ways. We're finding that when people are doing that, the hose that connects the pump then into the system,
is the problem.
well, you get a rub
Yeah.
and you can get a burst. And so we don't want you
Yeah.
to have a burst because then you immediately lose fuel pressure.
Exactly, yeah.
And that's problematic
Yeah.
in a number of ways.
Some of our lines we
Yeah.
have to like loop around and it makes it
Exactly.
so weird and like some of the hoses are like pinching.
Yeah.
Yes.
So like it's like the
We call
pump's
those
trying
Franken
really hard.
hoses.
Frankenhoses.
Well,
Yes.
that's how we
yes.
refer to those as Franken
Yes.
hoses. Yeah.
That's so
Man, that's rad.
So that eliminates
That's gonna
a
be
lot
a
of
game
that.
changer right there.
Yeah.
So
That's
cool.
a couple of months from now.
Awesome.
and all
at
this
the-
is like
the
E85 friendly and everything.
Everything is E85 compatible. So at this state, we only have one item that's a little iffy on E85, but everything is E85 compatible. We are racers in and of ourselves, many of us on E85, so we want to make sure that everything works in that capacity.
Look how beautiful that thing is.
Man.
This is a year in the making on product development. This has been a labor of love.
Yeah. Oh my god! And look at that. Like the filter
Yeah.
sits just right there.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
All right, we're gonna take this one home.
Solid.
What was that called again?
It's the 2.0 FST.
Wow.
That's really cool. So this is obviously at bare, right? With nothing. in
Yes, so
Cool.
it will come in a couple of different configurations. You know how we like to do that.
Mm-hmm.
So one will be you just buy the FST, and then you either use existing pumps that you have that are Deatschwerks. It'll fit any 39 millimeter pump as well.
Mm-hmm.
So you're all set no matter what you want to use, and
That's
it's
really
good
cool.
to go. I particularly love like the cool little like touches to the.
I
part
was
they
about
put
to
that-
say like the aesthetic side of it.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's the graphic.
You know,
Like,
we know you'll never ever see this again,
But for us,
But for
Yeah.
you, when you
It's so
unbox
much
this,
better.
how
Yeah.
cool is that?
Yeah.
Like, you
Or
know,
people that
can I get that
service it.
extra pump?
Man.
Yeah.
And the color is like
Yeah,
perfect.
so you'll notice like all of our like pump modules. This is obviously like a one that hasn't been completed. We always do like the colored center
Yes,
section.
yes.
And then on the bottom side, we always try to
The
give another little touch on
hardware.
the hardware. Isn't that cool?
Come on.
So you'll notice like every single one of them are designed in that manner.
So sick.
You'll notice there's an ongoing dart competition that's on the wall.
Yeah, let's go.
I am currently not even ranked.
That would be me.
And the coffee bar, that's a must.
Yep, we have the
Yes.
coffee bar. We keep a stocked fridge full of,
Yeah.
various bubbly drinks and still waters.
Absolutely.
Stocked fridge and pantry for the team.
Hey, oh, that's nice.
So we like to make sure that everyone's comfortable and taken care of. Then back here is our technical department, and you'll notice that the first thing you see is the Cobra Jet. We are the injector of choice in the Cobra Jet. It's a really nice honor for us. And then you have this really great technical pod. What you're looking at here is the testing that they do. They can do both pump, module, and there's Dakota, and injector testing. So we do all of our like calibrations that start from, those are 24, 48 hour processes in some instances. And so they do all of that here. All of your services, all of the injector services and pump services are done right here.
So like we would be able to send in our used set,
Yes.
clean them up, send them back.
Since you're racing, you want to do that once a year.
Exactly.
Anyway, you just want to send them over, say, hey, Krista, get these serviced. We'll do, there's, I think, 6 different full tests
Yeah.
that'll be done to make sure that your offsets still
Yeah.
remain, your flow rates are still all the same.
And that's like
It cleans them, it cleanses up anything that might have built up over time.
only if you're like a sponsored person, or just the mainstream can do it as well.
Mainstream can do it as well. You just get on the website, we have a section where you fill out a
Awesome.
form and let us know that you're coming,
Awesome.
and then we get it together.
That's cool.
You'll even notice, we'll go in a little bit later, you'll notice that they have manifolds here and tanks, because we're test fitting everything that we do. We don't just swing
I
at
know
it.
it. Yeah.
Yeah. Then we'll do in-car testing after that. So their initial build on a product will be off of the dimensions that they're measuring from the physical manifold or the physical tank. And then we will partner with somebody else to install the prototype model that comes in and say, okay, does this fit as expected? What tweaks need to be made? And then we'll go from there.
That's really cool.
So we try to be very collaborative in that product development.
Yeah.
So we affectionately call these the officles. Because there's not really offices, they're not really cubicles.
Yeah.
That's a good little
Semi-private
workspace.
offices.
Mm-hmm.
So we have IT, supply chain management, accounting, order processing, shipping management, and then existing offices. We have outside sales people who don't office here. They come in just once a week, a quarter, that they can office in or other guests.
Yeah.
So,
I'll have to come up here and work.
Right?
yeah, man.
Man.
We build every injector set per order. So whatever it is that you're purchasing,
Right.
that injector has been tested
Yep.
and tested again, and then it's a final test as it goes out the door. They add any like top hats or head, spacers, all of the O-rings. They run a final check through to make sure it's functioning correctly before it goes in the box. You get the finalized flow report, and then boom, it goes out. This is our warehouse area, so you'll start to see we have a shop garage, and then we have a where we store projects that drive or don't drive garage.
Gotcha.
And so you'll see like our company Suburban that we take to all of our events, and it is a Whippled 2009 2500 HD Suburban that is louder than the loudest. The exhaust is a little. We're loud. We're very good at being loud. We've got a Rubicon out there. It's a 1987. I think it's a CJ. Or C something, don't quote me on that. And then I believe Dave's Porsche 911 is out there.
We just saw one.
Yeah. And then we have a charity that we work with. We have our own charity as well, and part of that is giving back to the community. So you'll notice that there's like an old Toyota Camry out there. That's something that one of our charities had someone who had a bad experience, and we wanted to see if there was anything we could do to fix the car. So that's what it's here for. Is the guys have been kind of going through it, seeing if there's anything we can do to revive it. We help a company called Remerge. They take women who need a second chance in life, and they allow them to kind of get back on their feet. And as part of that, we help them with their vehicle services.
Yeah.
So if they need to buy a car, we will check it out, make sure that it's sound, help them make any negotiations that they make, and we do their oil changes so that they keep it running. So, and then we do a seminar with them to explain how to take care of the car and keep it running and keep it good. So we try to give back that way.
That's really cool.
Oh, I want to show you the endurance bench over here. So the loud noise you hear from the corner is our pump endurance bench. So every single pump that we develop, as part of that prototyping process, it'll spend 1,000 hours in this particular test bench. So it has fire suppression. You'll see here it'll automatically turn off. It will push out and quell any fire through this guy. It's got fans and filters. We fill it with whatever fuel is necessary right now. It's running like E85. You'll notice that it's capped off so that it's having the same experience that it would in a car. 1,000 hours tends to be like 2.5 to 3 months. So every single one of these is telling you how much the flow rate is right now, and then they go on and off. So they'll cycle on and off.
Like a car,
like a car. So several of these that you see nothing on are low pressure. It's because they're cycled down right now.
Yeah.
We come back in 15 or 20 minutes, a different set would be on. Then it uses our pressure regulators and our fuel gauges. And that's what we do. And any failures that happen, so we'll say, okay, hey, maybe this guy's dead. I'm gonna pull that out. They'll cut it in half to understand what the failure motive was so that we can then address that in the next prototype.
Dang.
So,
That's super
pretty
sick.
Cool. The next iteration of this is that it will also start doing injectors.
Okay.
So right now, I'll show you how we do injectors, which is 4 at a time. We'd like to do them a little more than 4 at a time.
Yeah.
So that's kind of.
That's really
next.
cool.
Yeah. Cool.
Did you guys build this?
Yes, actually Brandon built it. So you'll see
Nice.
later. Yeah, this is one of his projects back in 2017.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's super sick.
Yeah. It's really great. So as you look back through this way, we have what we call component storage. We do keep it gated, of course. And as you go back, this is through the rest of the building. So there's probably 15 to 20,000 square feet of just component and support product back here.
Got you. Like every piece that you would need to put everything
every
together.
fitting, every convoluted holes, every tiny little P clamp, everything is back there. Yeah.
Dang.
It's pretty cool.
Should have brought my skateboard.
We used to have carts
Yeah?
before we put up this fence, and we would just do laps. And then we kind of messed up our course. This is what we call final inventory. So this is all product ready to ship. So
This is the good stuff.
this is the good stuff. Every single pump and kit option. All of the injector flow rates and all of the heights are in here. Like I said, we build them for the specific build
Gotcha.
at the end. Otherwise, we'd have about 900 products instead of like 4.
Right.
So makes it easier to store. And then I'll give you a little peep into this. This is the Tech QC app lab. Watch out, I'm gonna bring the camera in here. You ready? All right. So this is where they keep, you'll see like tons of gas tanks and manifolds, a library of product components. And so this is where we do it. You'll see all the pumps sitting around making sure that they meet expectations. You see a flow bench. You see a GDI flow injector flow bench and a 3D printer. This is our supply chain manager and our QC person to make sure that everything gets done correctly or ordered correctly.
Yeah.
And here we do, this is what we call it production. It's the injector flow bench room. And you'll see that they'll build a lot of the kits in here, and they also are doing flow testing. So I don't hear a ton of benches go in. We might have to come back a little bit later when we caught them at lunch. But this room is where we capture all the different flow rates of every single injector.
Gotcha.
There's a proprietary software that then they take that injector number, every single injector gets numbered.
Yep.
We have little tags that number them 1 to 200.
Got you.
And they will sit and do a batch of 200 at a time, 4 at a time. And they'll say, here's the number, and they'll put in the flow rate at every volt and every pressure that is in that. So there's about 26 to 48 different points for every single one just for that. Then at the end, it'll match the batch. And it'll say, this number goes with that number, so that every single batch of 4, 6, and 8, any injector in that won't be within more than 2% of the other.
I see.
Right, so you have the best balanced situation going into your engine. We know it's important. Then we give you that information.
Right. And that's the chart you get.
That's the chart you get.
Got you.
So yeah, I think the guys are at lunch, so we'll come back. We're the cooler.
What's up?
And they're running them. But yeah, that's what we got going on. You'll see the different flow benches, and then we have 2 different pump benches. They do the same thing. Make sure everything hits.
Got you.
appropriately. That's pretty sweet.
Yeah, that's super sweet.
So the SEMA booth is in these 3 crates here.
Nice.
Whoa.
And then you'll see, like, if you pan to the right, that's all of our like box inventory and event storage and swag storage, things like that.
Yeah.
Mason's doing a service right now. He's the one who services every set of injectors that comes in.
We actually have a set we'd like to send in, so.
Yeah, send them. You can see what he's doing here.
What's up? How's it going? Pretty good.
Going through one by one. It is a very, very, I would say tedious process. Is that a good term, Mason?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you just have to take your time. There's no other way to do it.
Yeah.
It's just part of the process.
And then you're inputting the data.
Yeah. Just recording everything. This is actually a set of 16, so I'm only doing half of it right now. But yeah, we do everything. We have cleaning processes and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And our stacks of O-rings and everything back there. So
Yeah, you'll see their library of components and they keep it here.
every fitting we got in the building
Yes.
and all that kind of stuff as well.
Yeah.
Brandon, this is Brandon McDaniel. He
What's up, Brandon?
designs in, it's not CAD, what is it?
SolidWorks.
All of our turned aluminum pieces. And
Sick.
so you can see right here, he's got a fuel rail up that he's been working on. And then we have a
That's cool.
pump top hat, mudwood top hat, this thing, sort of types. So what's nice about this particular 3D printer is that it is got enough rigidity to actually be placed and
Right.
doesn't have any swelling, so it's like actual fit.
You could damn near use it.
I wouldn't,
yeah.
but
Yeah.
you can definitely use it for fitment and make
Yeah.
sure that it fits appropriately.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Man,
what
that's
we're
right.
doing.
Sorry.
And Dakota is our tech guru, answers all the technical questions that come into the building. And then he's also specializing in tuning data. So all the tuning data you've seen on the website,
Yeah.
Dakota has had a hand in, if it was pre-existing, making it better,
Yeah.
or developing it himself. He's really done a good job with that.
So how long did this take to print?
It's like 19 hours.
19 hours? It's not terrible. That's cool. So then from here, of course, you're like, let's tweak it a little, let's make it.
Right.
Yeah. That's really cool.
And then these go direct, and be taken directly.
Yeah. And then on like one idea, like how long do you stay on an idea before you like perfect it and then move on to the next
I think
process?
the answer is it depends.
Yeah. Until you get it, right?
Well, like the
until-
fuel cell search tank that I was showing you, am I right in saying it took a year?
We started in 2019.
2 years.
Dang. Yeah.
That's a big, long project.
Yeah.
So kind of the answer is it depends on what it is.
Yeah.
Fuel rails we've become pretty adept at doing.
6 months between
Yeah.
thought up and
Yeah.
launched actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, like in my hand.
That's quick.
Me doing marketing on it.
Yeah.
So it's really fast.
So they're real simple. It's just one shape and then make it longer.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Something like a pump is a lot different.
I got you. Tour.
Yeah.
Definitely. All right, guys. So just got a little tour of Deatschwerks' like departments, the facility, the tour around the shop here. Super dialed, super clean. So one of the things they wanted to do was get a little technical with us, give us a little like training, some knowledge. So we're jumping into this little round table talk here, and there's some pizza in there. So let's go.